Vi står här i Stadshusets källare tillsammans med vinmakaren Gérard Bertrand. How long have your family been making wine?
My father started in the 60s. And my father, Gérard Bertrand, was a genius because he was one of the first to believe about the potential of the south of France. And also he was one of the first to try to revelate the potential of the different terroirs and the different appellations. Because at the end of the day, south of France, it's a mosaic of terroir and also different climate and also different varietals. And we are fortunate because we have a chance to produce different wines.
And how was it to grow up in a vineyard?
Well, it was very easy because I started to make my first vintage in 1975. And when I finished the harvest, I was 10, and my father said to me, "You are lucky because when you will be 50, you will have 40-year experience." And now I will just start to make my 40 vintage.
Was it expected of you to take over the business, or did you have a free choice there?
You know, in France, we say that the dogs don't make cats. You know, and I think I grew up in the middle of the vineyard. And I didn't know, but I realized that it was my way of life. And I realized when my father passed away suddenly in '87, and that I was ready to follow and to continue the message and to continue to promote the south of France experience all over the world.
Your vineyards and your company is situated in the south of France, in Languedoc. What can you tell us about the Languedoc wines? What's particular about Languedoc?
I think that first, Languedoc is a destination. Second, Languedoc, it's an experience. And then Languedoc, it's a lifestyle. Because we make the link between the wine, the gastronomy from the south of France, the culture of the region, and the art. And of course, the culture from the region is very strong because we start with a Greek 25 centuries ago, and then the Roman, and then the Visigoths, and you know very well the Visigoths in Sweden, and then the Cathar. That is to say, we have a long story of course, and a long tradition, and this is also amusing to match the story and to understand the potential of the terroir and also the local varietal like Grenache and Carignan.
There are a lot of organic wines in your region. At least I've experienced that many wineries in the south of France, especially in Languedoc, have organic wines. What is your view on this?
You know, we are very well involved in the organic philosophy and agriculture because we are the leader in France and in Europe about organic wines, because already 30% of our wines are organic, but we do more than that because we are the leader in the world about biodynamic agriculture, and this is the next step. And this is very important for us, and now we have 250 hectares converted to the biodynamic agriculture. And of course, we take care about the sustainability, and also we develop the biodiversity in our estates.
I believe, at least I've read, that you were a very successful rugby player when you were young.
Yeah, you can say that, but you know, rugby was my passion. But rugby was my dream, but I stopped to play rugby when I was 30. But in my head, I continued to play rugby for 15 years, but now it's finished. I don't drink anymore about rugby. I start to continue to dream about the next wine, etc. But of course, in the south of France, the passion for rugby is very strong.
Is it? I didn't know.
Yeah, and of course, during many years, we were the leader, and between Perpignan, Narbonne, and Béziers, we won many championships for between the 80s to 2000.
What experiences have you learned from rugby that you can transfer to your line of business?
Many things. First thing is that rugby it's a school of life, because at the end of the day it's a fight, and of course you need to be a competitor, and also you need to be close to your friends, That is to say, you need to develop the spirit of the team. That's very important. And also, you need to deliver the ball to the other player. That is to say, it's like a gift. You know, and you don't play for yourself. You play for the team, and the team is stronger than you. And this is the same in a company, because of course, alone I am a nobody. But with a team, if we share the same feeling and the same view and the same vision, we are unbeatable.
Could you tell us a little about the company today? How many employees do you have?
We have 250 employees, and I start from scratch with 5 people. That is to say, it's a permanent development. And of course, now we sell wine in 100 countries in the world, and we promote the South of France experience in the world. And it's interesting and it's fascinating because we create the story, and we recreate the story of the South of France worldwide. Because as you can see in Bordeaux, the story has been written since 1848, and in the Burgundy since the monk of Citeaux at the 11th century. And the south of France, it's a paradox because we make wine since the Roman time, since 24 centuries, and then we promote the wine since 25 to 30 years. And it's a challenge for us to share with importers, distributors, consumers, and also wine lovers the value of the south of France.
When you look at your company now, where do you want it to go? What is your view when you look forward?
We want to go to the moon and then a little bit further.
Okay.
Because this is the way we think about life. Because life it's a game, but it's a serious game, but also we need to have fun. And if we make wine, is to develop the link between human and between different countries, and we love to discover new places, and also to make the link between the south of France wine and the local food, because this is something we love to make.
Cheers.
Thank you.